For the past couple of months, we've gotten to know Sheree Clark from Fork in the Road, which you can see here on Sunday mornings very well. She's a riot.
Yes, she
really
is, and she's been teaching us how to incorporate healthier things in our life. Now we want to announce that starting this Sunday, Fork in the Road will be back on KCWY here on Sundays at 11 o'clock. All the episodes of season 2 will run for the next 13 weeks. So if you missed any of them, you have an opportunity to see them once again in order.
See all the really cool things that she created, but she's been visiting us the past couple of weeks, and we've been talking about her taking someone on a healthy journey, a raw journey, but you're keeping it a secret, Sheree. What's the deal here?
Well, it was a secret until today, Lou. I'm going to be revealing, but I'm also going to make an invitation to the entire viewing audience. Although we're taking somebody on a healthy journey, everybody's invited along for the ride. And what I'd like people to do is visit www.fork-road. Sign up to get Recipe of the Week, and when you do, you'll get the handouts that I'll be presenting to our guest that's going to be taking the journey. So you'll be able to follow along. And so for this week, what we're going to be doing is talking about vision boarding and all those kinds of really fun things, and you'll get an article about that and instructions on how to do it. But before I get into that, I think it's time for me to tell you who's coming along on the journey.
All right, so introduce us. Whoa!
Parking?
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Welcome. I'm
thank you.
excited that you're going to do this with me, really.
So here's the deal. I'm obviously I could lose a little weight. I have 3 little kids, 2 5-year-olds at home, a 2-year-old at home, and it's getting harder to keep up with them. This shift is tough. And I'm not a whiner. You know, it's a lot of fun to do this show, but we get up at 3:30 or something like that.
Yep.
So I'm already down on energy, and I tend to have a very bad diet. Not so much in the fact that I eat a lot of garbage, I don't, but I tend to eat too much. And so I figured, you know, why not give this a shot? Everything you brought on the show has been delicious, so, you know, I thought it'd be fun to give it a try, and you're certainly fun to work with, so let's do it.
Well, that's perfect, and that's exactly, so what you've just done is you've given me your motivation, and that's really the first and most important thing. It doesn't matter, most people want to do it to feel better in their bodies and in their skins. That's part of it. You've alluded to energy, the family situation. That applies to most of us. So you're an average bear, which is awesome. So the first project that I'm going to give to you in the first task isn't going to be to take away food, isn't going to be to tell you you got to stop doing this and you can't have coffee and cut out this or that, because you'll stop coming back.
Right.
So the first thing I'm going to tell you is that what we need to do is get clear on our intention. And the first assignment is for you to create a vision board.
Okay.
Now,
what is a vision board?
A vision board is a physical encapsulation of what it is you want to achieve.
Okay.
And I brought along one of mine because I do them twice a year for myself.
And the purpose of a vision board?
Is to put on paper exactly what it is that you want to achieve in a visual way. Not just a list or not just a mission statement like a corporation would do, but a visual depiction so that when you look at it, you get an emotional sense of that's what I want and that will guide my principles.
Now, is this something that you look at when you're tempted to throw a Snickers down your throat and say, okay, this is why I'm doing this, I need to, or is it more than that?
It's more than that. What I would love to see you do is put your vision board in a place that you'll see it every day.
Okay.
I live in a 2-story home. Mine is on the landing of the 2nd floor. So every time I go downstairs, every time I come back upstairs, I look at it. Okay. And it helps guide. The other thing that I do is I take a picture of it and use it as a screensaver on my phone. So that every
that's a good
time,
idea.
yeah, and then when I'm making a decision, because you're out and you go like this and you're like, yeah, I said this was important and therefore I should guide my decisions in this particular way. So let me show you mine.
Okay.
And let me also tell you before I show you mine that this is what I do for a living. So I really invest myself. I turn it into an art project. I've had clients that do just simple cut something out of a magazine, stick it on a piece of poster board. That's perfectly fine. I've had somebody applique a pillowcase, decoupage a recipe box. I mean, it can be anything.
I won't be doing either of those things.
I was thinking it can be whatever it is that you want, but it needs to be visual and it needs to speak to you.
Okay.
So my vision board, the current one that I have right now, has a lot of different things going on it, and what I've done was decoupaged it and cemented it into place. What I want to point out to you is just a couple things. You'll see that I've got a picture of me. That was important to me. I also have a picture of me with a cat. And here's the thing. One of my goals for this quarter or for this period in time isn't just health, it's that I wanted to adopt a new pet. And so I put that on there so that I would maybe attract an animal that I would want to have in my life. And this is not my cat. It's the photographer, Doug Smith, does my portraitures for my promotional materials. I borrowed his cat, took a picture, and I stuck it on my vision board. The important things that I want you to see are down here at the bottom.
Okay.
And what I've got here, there's a visual of me sitting in lotus pose, which is a yoga pose. And the reason I'm pointing that out is it's an important pose to me, and it's something I would like to work on, get a little bit better at, okay?
Okay.
So I put that on there on the board thinking I want my lotus to get a little bit better, and I just put it on there. That was it. Just stuck it on there. Next to that, there's another picture of a cat, because I really want the cat in my life. And then this is a quote. It says, some relationships were just meant to be. Then there's a charm, okay. A cat.
So have you done more than one of these over time?
Oh yeah, I do them every 6 months,
Okay.
for me personally. And other people do them based on goals. Maybe they've got a quarter goal, whatever. Do it whenever you want. I wanted to show you that little scenario because of this. I just received a phone call about 3 weeks ago from a breeder. There's a kind of breed of cats that I like. And he has a cat that he said, I think this is the right cat for you. I'd like you to take a look at it. I'm going to send you his photo. I said, okay, good. When I got it, the cat's name is Lotus.
Oh, funny.
So I'm adopting the cat.
Oh, yeah.
So what you
It's a
put on
sign.
your vision board can oftentimes manifest itself in reality. So be serious and be deliberate and be thoughtful about what you put on your vision board, and it will probably come true.
I will do it.
One more assignment for you.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you to think about how you eat. Not what you eat, but how you eat. This is how a lot of people eat.
Yes, yeah, that's true. And too much and too fast.
Exactly. And standing in front of the refrigerator oftentimes. You reach in, you get the Haagen-Dazs, and you're done. I would like to propose that this is a better way to eat.
Okay.
It doesn't necessarily mean you have to go out and buy all new things, but you probably have some wedding gifts you haven't used. You probably have some things in your cupboards that aren't being utilized that you're saving for company. Don't do that. Or go to the Salvation Army and get a plate or a bowl that you really love, and let's celebrate, enjoy, sit down with our food. Consider using chopsticks. You're going to eat slower.
I would starve to death if I used those.
That's a good policy. And then lastly, I'm going to tell you one more thing. I'm going to ask you to look at juicers,
Okay.
because juicing is going to be, this is for you,
Okay,
an important part of what we're going to be doing.
what's in this?
This is pineapple, carrot, ginger, squeeze a lime.
And why? What are... No, I mean, it looks good. What I'm saying is...
You mean why no rum?
Well, yeah, that's the question.
Why the juice is because it's a really good dose of hydration and energy, and that's probably about a quarter of a pineapple, a couple of carrots. You're going to have a big dose of nutrition just in that little wonderful thing, and it tastes good. Easy to get down.
Oh, it tastes great. Really, it does. It's really good.
It's really awesome. And if you wanted to do something fancy, you could sprinkle cinnamon on top. You could put a little garnish, a little wedge of lime. So you've got a few things to do. They're easy, they're harmless. I think even the viewing audience will agree that this is an easy thing to do to get started, and I hope that you will join us.
Sounds good.
All right, so we look forward to hearing more about the journey that Jason Parkin, our very own, is about to go on. And make sure you stay tuned as we learn more from Sheree Clark every weekday. But remember, you can start seeing her this Sunday, 11 o'clock, right here on KCWY.
You know what's going to happen to Jason? I hope you realize this. If he gets a juicer and he follows Sheree's advice, he's going to end up looking like Jack LaLanne. I'm just saying.
There you go.
That could happen. Well, stick around, folks. When we come back, we're going to be visiting with one of the most important people in the city of Des Moines, who's been in charge of the police department here, Judy Bradshaw.